Morning. Slept a lot more than I thought I would. Considering I've been cold all night. And that's typical really of me. I'm gonna go on a hike. I'm always the one in the t-shirt while everyone else has got 3 layers on. Put me in a tent and I'm nashed. I don't know why I feel the cold so much when I'm camping. But not too badly, but yeah, decidedly chilly. So I'm going to get up, get my stuff together. It's 5 o'clock. See if I can get out by 6. Sounds the plan. Make it to Lydford. Find some breakfast. That's a priority. Another good reason to pack up and get out is it's proper breezy now. Wind's really got up. Bit of a wet morning again. Just really wish the weather would realise it's summer, but that's where I pushed anyway. That there, no trace has been left. There's my rubbish in the side pocket, ready to be thrown away when I get to a bin. Right, I'm just going to set off now and set off for Lydford, where there better be a cafe or something. I've reached the track that I can follow up towards Lydford. Horrible feeling, it might be a bit too early to get to Lydford for things, but I'm willing to wait. I am willing to wait. I actually feel quite proud of myself for sticking it out and sleeping on the moors. I mean, I did have reservations because it had rained for quite a while. And everything was pretty wet through, and I didn't really, I'd rather have had a bed, if truth be known, but I may have tried a hotel, but they didn't have a vacancy, so I thought, I'll just warm it up and stick it out, because the rain wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't like the other day when I had to divert to Lejog. I didn't feel chilled and completely wet through like I did then. So I just came up onto the moor and luckily it did stop raining long enough for me to get the tent up, and yeah, what's the worst that happened? I was a bit chilly all night. Still got a good night's sleep though. Got a good hot meal last night. Got drinks, so tent stayed up. So yeah, I'd call that a success. My first Dartmoor wild camp, and hopefully not the last. But maybe next time it'll be a bit better planned. Even wetter feet, anyone? Well, I'm shouting under these trees, waiting out yet another really heavy downpour. I had originally planned to take a path through Lydford Gorge into Lydford, but I'm not, because it's probably going to be muddy and slippery. I'm going to do the road instead, but I've got plenty of time, so I'm just waiting out this really heavy shower and really hope it passes over. I must admit, the rain does make things an awful lot harder in terms of keeping everything dry, and morale as well. It's just rubbish to walk through heavy downpours and constant rain. I really hope I get some dry days, because if this keeps up like this, it's going to make it incredibly difficult to do the challenge. This was the site of a Saxon conflict in 987 AD, when the village was called Lydford. Oh, what's that? Didn't realise there was a castle here. Lydford Castle is a remarkably well preserved medieval prison and courthouse, built in 1195 and later enlarged in 1238 by Richard of Cornwall. Lydford has been an important town since the Saxon period, when it's protected by defensive banks. There's also the remains of a Norman ringwork castle in the fields to the left. That'll be there then, I suppose. And there's a church. Oh, I found an inn, Castle Inn. It was open, they were doing breakfasts. So I've had a full vegetarian breakfast. Very nice. Still raining, but at least I've got a full belly and I've had to sit down for a bit. I'm following the Granite Way. It's looks like a nice path. It's a disused railway line that's been converted into a walking path from Lydford to Okehampton. It's about 11-12 miles, I think, and it provides hopefully an easy way to Okehampton, so I can just take it easy and just follow this good path. There'll be no jumping into hedges for cars, no navigating needed. It's going to be good, I think. But yeah, that breakfast was just what I needed, actually. I'm not quite sure they expect people talking off the street, because she asked me what room number was, but I'm not sure how she thought I might have stayed there last night, because I look a bit rough after a night on the moors and getting soaked several times over. Feet are wet, socks are wet, got blisters, to dress as best I can, but that's the thing with the wet weather. It makes things a lot harder, because everything just rubs. So I'm really hoping I can get things dry tonight. If I can get the shoes a bit dry, it'd be a bonus. But yeah, I must say the rain really does make it more difficult. If it was just dry every day, it'd be an awful lot easier. It's not going to be, I suppose, but it seems to have been pretty wet the last few days. I really do hope it dries off a bit. As like I say, it really will be a challenge. I mean, I know I wanted a challenge, but there's no need to make it quite so hard. Stunning views though. This is Lake Viaduct, built in 1874. Oh, please, please, please. Yes, it was open. Just had a lovely hot chocolate and a bit of a sit down. And now it's stopped raining, which is always a bonus. Funny that, bit of serendipity. I was just thinking I need to sit down and take a longer break, but it's raining and typically there's no benches anyway. Then I see that sign for the cafe. Chap who runs it is a really nice chap. He says he gets a lot of people in who are doing the Land's End to John O'Groats, but he says not so many at the minute because they tend to set off April-May time to beat the midges in Scotland, but that's something I don't have to worry so much about. I don't think they're like the midge problem down south like in Scotland, so that should be okay, hopefully. That is the Meldon Viaduct. Pretty impressive. Excuse my hair, I've just washed it. I booked into the youth hostel at Okehampton today, a private room, because I just needed to get everything dry. It's still raining now, but hopefully it won't be raining tomorrow. I'll probably have to camp again tomorrow night, because I'll be walking towards... Where am I walking? Towards Crediton, but I don't know if I'll get all the way there because it's quite a long way. Today's been quite tough actually, although it's been shorter and it's been mainly along a good track, the granite path. It's been quite tough. I've just had no energy and my feet have been hurting because of the blisters that were rubbed from my wet shoes and socks. So I'm going to dress them as best I can, get my feet up as best I can. The trouble is, you don't really rest, do you, when you're getting early? Because I've had to go to the drying room, put my stuff in the dryer, go and have a shower, sort my stuff out. Now I've got to walk back down into town for something to eat. So it does take it your evening. There's not much time for relaxing as you'd think. At least I've got a bed tonight, so I'm going to go and get some food and then get my head down